So without wasting time, I opened my boxes because I told you I came just with few pieces of dresses. And I start selling Maggi, my egusi that I took more than 4 months to crack, bunga. No money for my best peso. I had no money. I came just with $10. You saw I came prepared. Out of frustration and everything.
I can imagine.
I remember I was shedding tears. I was crying, and I was like, I got up and I told my sisters in the room where I was living that I'm going out and I bet you I will come back with money. I don't care.
That word of conviction there, like I'll come back with money.
I don't care.
Yeah.
And I remember I made a prayer.
When you believe something,
yes,
it will happen. Law of attraction, right?
Yeah. Each time I remember this, I always shed tears. I don't know, tears of joy because I came back with the money I needed. I remember while stepping down from the entrance of the house, I stood. Then I said a prayer. I've never forgotten this prayer. Father, I have been chased for 10 years. Even back home, in hunger, in storm, I stood firm.
Yeah.
Please, Father, I will not sell my body in this UAE for money. But I am going out. Don't let me come back in this house without money for my visa change. That was my prayer.
And you believe in
God? Abu Hair is full of poor people like me.
Even the ones that have will not want to give, trust me.
Really. So I went to Union Metro, took metro first to Burj Khalifa. Yeah, and then I was just roaming around. I think I wrapped my hair with
the hijab, something like that.
Something like that. I was just crying so that people would not see my tears. The tears were flowing uncontrollably. I went there, I saw this man with a very nice car, Ferrari. So he just, he stopped somewhere around. I remember I rushed, I was running behind him. I was like, don't miss the one. No. There were no people around, so you beg in peace. If they dish you, just go. So you know when there are people around you, you feel uncomfortable. So I went. I remember I stood in front of this man. I said, sir, good evening. He said, good evening. I was straight to the point. Sir, I am not a prostitute. I am not a beggar. I am in a situation. I have a job. I have to move out of Dubai and come back for my visa.
And he looked at you.
Say a word.
Yeah.
There was power in everything I was doing. I don't know what happened. He just went into his wallet. Then he said, I did not, I don't have enough cash here. I wish there was.
It's a cashless society here in Dubai. Trust me.
I wish there was an ATM.
Yeah. I was like, okay, I took the money. You don't have to be greedy. Somebody gives you money, you say,
you just take
correct.
and you just take and face your front.
Just they go.
Face your front.
Yeah. So that's what happened. He just removed what was in his wallet, put in my hand. I went further, opened my hand, and it was 475 dirhams.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. Then I saw some other people who rejected to help me. It was not like everything went smoothly.
Definitely cannot.
Yeah. So then I saw two young ladies. Then I went back to the metro again. The metro stops running at 10 o'clock, right?
10 o'clock?
Yeah, by then. It stops at 10 p.m. in the night.
Yeah, 10 p.m. Yes.
So I had to leave Burj Khalifa to the marina. I thought all the rich people in Dubai are living there. So I went there and I saw these two ladies and they gave me 200 dirhams. Then I was like tired and said, I will not go inside this money and take taxi back home for 100 dirham. I'll walk. So I started walking home.
Where were you walking to? Like seriously, from Marina The highway there, and there's no jaywalking there.
Yeah. So I found myself on a highway where people do not work unknowingly. I was just walking.
And that's fine.
Imagine, you were just walking. I don't know if I was going towards Abu Hay or I was going somewhere
You're
else.
just going.
I was just going.
Like destiny, take me wherever you're taking me to.
Then crying. Maybe I was enjoying the cry. Then, it was really flowing. Then I remember somebody came behind me, stopped the car and started screaming.
Yeah.
Then I heard him saying, Mohammed, he's from Egypt. He was like, sister, you want to kill yourself? What are you doing here? Then I turned. Then he saw how I was crying. He said, what is the problem? Even if you have problems, what are you doing here? Yalla, enter the car. I'm like, I heard of the voice of maybe somebody I knew before. Who cares?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
You just entered.
I just entered. I was not afraid of death anymore. If this one was going to kill me, then yalla.
They don't kill you.
It was I have come to the edge.
End of the road, yeah.
He took me in the car, then I continued crying. He said, stop crying, what is your problem? Tell me your problem, I will help you. He said, are you hungry? I said, no, sir. He said, no, I will buy you food and drinks. He bought me food and drinks. Then he said, where are you living? I said, Abu Hail. He said, which place around Abu Hail? I said, Etisalat, because now we're living opposite. Yes. He took me there and said, yalla, go home. Tomorrow I'm bringing 1,000 dirhams for you.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was done as he said.
Perfect.
Immediately he came.
I like people who keep to their words, trust me. Yeah.
Imagine some people will say like that
and disappear.
Yeah. So he's my brother, he's from Egypt. Yeah.
Yeah, because the people who really help you here in the United Arab Emirates or particularly Dubai, they will not ask you of anything. Trust me. I've been down that road where someone helped me and didn't ask of anything. Any person that comes to you, for example, as a lady, I want to help you with a condition, the person doesn't really love you. Trust me.
With that money, I managed to go to Kish. And that was another problem because going to Kish, there in Kish, while waiting for your visa, your residence, you have to feed, you have to pay for the hotel. So I had no money. But they always lodge people because they will not keep you outside. It's time to go out that you have.
That's one good thing about Kish.
Yeah.
So what is the name of the hotel?
I've forgotten. It was close to the lake. It was so beautiful, this place.
Okay.
Actually, they'll always lodge you if you don't have money. It's the Arabian hospitality. That's how most of them are.
Yes.
Yeah, the Arabian hospitality, yeah.
I was living in this hotel. I never had money even to feed. And no money to pay for the hotel bills while waiting for this. So I stayed there for 1 month and I did not even get any reply from my company. My family knew nothing about me.
Your whereabouts.
Nothing about what. I could barely weigh 40 kilos. Barely. I looked shabby and very ugly. From the person. Oh, I forgot I would have brought you the picture. Because if you see the picture, oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
So
you really passed through a lot.
A lot. One thing, many girls, they will not go through a lot. Some will be fast to say, okay, let me get people to sleep around with for money. Even back in Kish, there were girls that were doing that.
Yeah.
No, but I was like, oh my goodness.
You can't do it.
It's not.
If you have a morality stand, you can't really just do it like that.
You cannot do that. Yeah. So I had Nigerian sisters, I had Nigerian brothers, Zimbabwe, Kenya, they will come and help. They will say, sister, have you eaten? Even if it is 1 meal a day, I was happy.
Yeah. Definitely.
I will take it and sleep. So after 1 month, I had bills to pay because you cannot also live in Kish for more than one month. Either they repatriate you or you come back to the UAE. So my company sent me a 1 month visa. I remember, Then they said they were not going to pay for the bills. So I remember my Ghanaian brother Isaac, two Nigerian brothers, they came to me and said, "Sister, we have watched you here. You're a very quiet person. You'll not go through this alone." They held my hand, started begging for money around the hotel. Before I opened my eyes back, we had already the money in full to pay for my hotel bills.
Wow.
Yeah. So I had a little to pay taxi from there to the airport and back here in the UAE. So when I came back, I waited for the visa. It did not come out. And after 1 month again, I had to. Now the company that employed me sent me back to Kish. I stayed there for 1 week, then came back again, then started work.
Perfect.
Yeah. So I started working.
That's a lot. That's a journey.
So I started work with a salary of 2,500 dirhams. You have to pay for transportation, your bed space, family. You have to, in fact, you have to make your family happy. They spend a lot to send you here. And, you know, the money wasn't enough.
Yeah.
It wasn't enough for me. I remember the next best place we were living with Mama. Yeah, we call her Mama. So I used to see her go out. She was into real estate by then.
At that time, yeah.
I admire her a lot because mine was hectic, tasking, and it was tiring. I always come. I had no time for myself. So I was like,
one day off.
Yeah.
And you see me, I'm doing 2 days. No, I was doing 5 days. Then 2 days off actually.
Yes. So I looked at Mambang. I was like, I spoke in Pidgin. Mambang, I would join the Awoko. Like him. So I go join them. Like
I was though an inspiration to her.
Yeah.
And she's done excellently well in the real estate field. Trust me. Even more than me, because her achievements I cannot even compare.
Yeah.
Because I really didn't make it in real estate. I did not really make it.
They say students are always better than the teachers, right?
Yes. So
Yeah.
So after some months, my company was not paying on time again. You know, I even had problems with my family back home because I wasn't sending enough money. You know, when you travel back home, they expect a lot from you. Yeah. So
can I interrupt? Were you sending money home every month?
I used to buy things as well.
Yeah, she used to buy things.
Every month?
Not
every month.
Maybe not every month because the 2.5 was so little.
She used to stay at Abu Hill, Makata Hamdan, the backside.
Yeah.
And then she used to work in Jumeirah. So that's a long way
close
off.
to Bujal Arab.
Yeah. That's a long ways off,
Then I'll buy stuff from here and send back home for them to
How
sell.
are you sending them?
When we just buy then look
cages,
for someone that is traveling back, then buy 23.
And it was not very safe because someone can just take
I remember one time
your luggage
somebody
and
went back and
disappeared
removed
with it.
nearly everything from my bag. So it was, he almost emptied the bag.
So it's not easy.
Did the person come back to UAE?
No.
Okay, the man just went and went.
Yeah.
He said, after if I take this, you'll never see me again.
Yes.
Oh, people wait.
Yeah. Business was not moving well, so now I had to resign from the company. Then I was tired of looking for job. I told Mambang I would join real estate. Then I was ready for it. I remember, in order to pay my bills, I went online and wrote. I wrote
A French teacher.
Yeah, I wrote
French.
online that those who are interested to learn basic French, they can contact me. And I started having clients for that before joining real estate. Yeah, that was...
Who gave you that idea?
I'm very smart. I always look for ways to survive.
Yeah.
I always look for ways to survive. That's what I do. So I started having clients that were paying 150, 200 dirhams per hour.
Wow.
Yeah, for basic French. So I went to Dubai Mall. I bought French books that will help me do the job. Yeah, I was doing. Then I think when I left that company, I entered overstay, and money from this thing, teaching French, helped me to go out and come back.
Oh.
Yeah, because there were times I would have a client, 2 kids, 200 dirhams, 5 days, 2,000.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
So
That
did
was way better than the job you were doing.
you? Yes.
Yeah.
So did
They
you?
came just for vacation. This client.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so the second time you went for the visa change, did you go to Kish again, or
No,
at that
I
time
went
with airport to airport?
Was it Oman?
Oh, okay, so it was that
Airport,
time.
and then
airport.
I came and waited for my visa
Few
at
hours.
Sharjah Airport. Yeah. So
Okay.
after that, I got my visa, and then I now applied for real estate.
Okay.
So Valerie knew some brokerages around.
That
He
were
took
hiring.
me to one that they were hiring. I'm telling you, for 1 to 2 years, I was ready for anything. So when I joined the real estate,
That was after how many years in the UAE?
2 years now, 2 years and some few months after the waitressing job. So when I joined real estate, there was no salary. There was no salary. Places where they
So
offer
how did you
salary.
sustain yourself? The teaching French? How did you
That's
sustain
what I'm telling you, was so tiring. When I started real estate, I did not stop teaching
Okay.
Okay,
because I had to pay bills.
sure.
You know, I went for commission only without salary.
Yeah.
Because when you go for commission only, your commission is high.
Your commission cap is higher.
But if you go for commission
Salary?
yeah,
It's going to be lower.
very low.
The commission cap is going to be lower.
I went for commission only. I'm a greedy person. I calculate a lot. I'm like, I always tell myself, okay, what if I take a salary of 2,500 or 3,000? My commission comes. Maybe they are offering 80 on 20, and 20 is for you. Who is losing? So I had to work hard in order to feed myself.
Yeah.
So I went for commission only. I think the first month I closed my first villa in JVC.
Wow.
After 2 months, I closed another villa in Nadashiba. That's where I have been till today.
Wow.
Yeah. In this company, they promised to do me a visa. They did not do. After 3 months, I had to go and come back.
Visa change, yeah.
Go and come back. Nobody never do visa change for this country.
How many times have you
Well,
done
So
visa change?
tiring. Because you go and come back, sleep at Sharjah Airport. You have to buy food in the airport while waiting
Very
for the
expensive.
visa.
I've gone for lots and lots of visa
Yes.
changes as well, actually.
My God. I went through a lot because I stayed with these people for close to 2 years because I wanted to learn.
Definitely. Yeah.
I saw one lady in this I was like, how does this lady do to get money? When you go in for salary, this is what. Like me, I can stay at home for 3 months now without a company and I close deals.
Definitely. That's what happens with real estate, yeah.
But when you go for salary, it's hard to stay home and close deals. You understand? I know my way out. So I learned a lot from this lady.
Yeah.
A lot. Because when I went there, I liked that I was a real estate agent back home just to get the job.
Of course, you have to.
Yeah. And you have to prove yourself. Make sure when you lie, the lie should go with
Whatever you want to do. I can't just believe you said that. But that's it. Yeah. Smart people do that.
Lie and be smart with the lie.
Yes.
So that make it
Let it tally.
Yeah. So that's it. Then I really needed a residency in order to learn how to drive. In real estate, if you don't know how to drive, then you will not make more deals. Imagine I am living like in Silicon Oasis or Marina. I have to go for a viewing. I have to take in order to spend less, I have to take a metro closer to the area, take a bus. In these areas where I work, buses don't go in, then you have to take a taxi into the area. And when you go into the area, you have like 2 to 3 properties to show your clients. And most often I work on foot. And some clients, I'll beg them to enter their car and
take you to the next
property which is not really professional.
It's not professional at
It's
all.
not professional.
That's why I did not really go into leasing, because leasing, you definitely have to do those viewings, which is not very easy. I lost one client one time, even when I was off plan, because when I was supposed to take them to Dubai Hills to showcase I was supposed to take them to Dubai Hills to showcase the models of the property, because I was selling off plan. Off plan meaning you're selling paperwork. So sometimes those paperworks you're selling, they have drawn models of how the villas or apartments are going to look like. And I did not even know the road, because that's the road that I don't really frequent. So I did not even know my way around. So I took the client there, and Where is the road? I cannot even tell the road. And I lost the deal actually because I was not very versed with it. First of all, I knew everything about the project, but to take them to the place, I could not take them to the place. So having a driver's license is very important.
It's very important.
Yeah.
Many people give up because they cannot drive.
Yeah.
Imagine you have 2 leads to deal with a day.
A day.
Without a car, you cannot attend to all of them.
Access.
So in this area, I had to go walk by foot, search for properties. When viewing, I had to beg clients to give me a ride to go and view my property.
It did not even have. It did not even have. That was not it.
Yeah.
I have done things.
That was not even it actually. That was not it. Trust me.
Echo, because I wanted something.
How is you want to succeed? You know, she was hungry. for the
I also
job.
wanted to succeed, Brett.
No, you're not as hungry as her. That's why she succeeded.
I was.
you know?
Because the time I took the client to Dubai, the client had a car.
No, even like that, the company car came. I was waiting for you since you did not come on time. They went back. Can you take me to the next villa?
Oh my God.
So it was so difficult. Sometimes I will even go to these areas and walk the whole day because I knew money was coming from this area. So I had to work. There are so many villas, so you have to go around, get villas to list them online in order to get clients. So sometimes I'll come back very late in the night because when you're done, you have to move out of the community. I'm telling you, these are very
top-notch communities
where sheikhs live.
Yeah,
not the other communities, where buses just pass anyhow. No, you don't see buses in this area.
Yes.
So sometimes when I'm done doing the search, I'll go to the closest mall, then wait. These buses that come to take workers away.
Yeah, workers.
Sometimes I'll just go close to them and say, please, I've been here for long. I'm waiting for taxi and no taxi is coming.
They will just say hop in and you hop in.
Okay, I will just ask them, please drop me anywhere there is a bus stop. I will find my way. Then sometimes I'll end up coming home at 10, 11.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You know how buses take time here in the UAE. So that was it. I had to leave this company to another company where I would get residence.
Okay.
Yeah. Then by then, when I left this company, not far from that, then Corona started.
Oh my God.
I just joined another company and my passport expired.
Oh.
So I entered another overstay.
And sometimes it happens like that, like sequence of issues.
Yeah.
Like from this one to this one.
Yeah, I was doing so well already. Renting villas with commission of 25,000, 30,000 commission. Yes. Off plan. I've sold off plan as well. That is not really my specialty, but I've sold off plan and secondary. In Corona, my passport got expired, so I had to wait for 7 months to get a new passport. 7 or 8 months with a fine of 25,000 dirhams. Thank God I did not pay. Because when my passport came in, the company I was with gave me a residence
immediately.
Yeah, so now I worked with the company for some time. They were not straight, so I had to move to another company. Then by then I got my driving license already to facilitate my job.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's it. So I do not regret my journey here in the UAE.
Yeah. It's been hard.
It's been rough, but I'm happy you reaped the...
It was tough, but I was tougher.
It's been historic downs and amazing ups at the end of it all. So definitely, she's there. She's lit. She's Lita.
Yes.
Now the awards for everything. So
nothing can shake you.
Definitely. Yeah.
Amazing.
Okay, so Mr. Albert, can you just give us your own story to inspire someone out there?
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to give my own story. I don't think I've had so many downs here in the UAE. The major problem I had was when I arrived, searching for teaching job because I left home as a teacher. So I was expecting to have that big teacher job with big teacher salary. But it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that at all. So I came here in January. It was already, every school is stabilized. So I still said, well, I should find a job somewhere. I'm a science teacher. Come on. So I can't do that job, So I kept pressing. One good school that could give me a salary of at least $2,000 in Alain invited me for an English teacher job. This was orchestrated by a South African friend of my cousin. So, but I went there, unfortunately, chemistry teacher can't teach English.
It's going to be hard,
Yeah, the fact that
that swap.
you speak English is, so when I went there, I did well in the interview, but the lead obviously knew that this guy, you are a scientist, you can't do the English, So she said, well, if we had opportunity for a science teacher, I will grab you, not for English teacher. But we're sorry, we can't recruit you because Ministry of Education is not going to allow.
Yes.
So when I left there, I just applied to the next school. And then when I reached back in Dubai, they called me up for interview. But
You've not even given us a rundown, like from your accommodation, what was going on in the accommodation before you start hustling and going to job interviews. So you have to start from it. Okay?
Fantastic. Thank you. Yeah, so when I entered Dubai, I landed at 2 a.m., So obviously everybody was asleep. So this friend we traveled with said, come. I think he was a trader. Come, let's go to my hotel. So when we arrived at hotel, Fedos Hotel, he passed to his hotel room.
And you chilled at the lobby.
So waiting around 5:30, I called my cousin who was here a year before me that I was in Fedos Hotel. So he now called the other one who came from Saudi Arabia. They came and picked me up, took me to Mataka Handam Small Signal, where we were 13 of us in one room.
Okay.
So
was it bunk beds or single beds or
we had only one single bed.
You cannot find 13 in the room without the bunk bed.
There was no bunk bed. Everybody was on the floor. Only one bed, single bed.
And it was the landlord because
It was the room landlord. The room lord.
interesting.
So we're just there with our cockroaches and bed bugs in that room. So I started looking for jobs. I was there with the notion that I have a 2 months visa. I didn't know it was only 1 month. So after the 1 month finished, I still stayed with my big head that, my second month is beginning. So they advise that it's always good you go 27 days before your visa expires. So I was going, around that time, I didn't know I was already in massive 28 days overstay. That cost 3,000 dirham. So I complained, good enough, my cousin had the money. I called, he was here. He had the money, he just released, go and do the visa change. I went to Sharjah Airport and paid the 3,000 dirham and fly out of UAE and fly to Kish. I was in Kish, I think, for 5 days.
Wow.
The visa was renewed, I came back. I worked, when I came back, I was still job hunting. They were like, go for this, go for that. I went to one interview in Dubai here, teaching interview. I also I tried the sales one because I have degree. I think I can do big thing. Yes, but I attended one interview at the 53rd floor in Emirates Towers. It was all about marketing, accounting, and stuff like that. You have to write on paper.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything. Just be honest and pass the paper.
Yeah.
Yes, I told them, honestly, all of this, I know nothing about that. Sorry. Yeah. So The elevator brought me down. I said, well, at least
You've
I
seen
enter a very tall story building the first time in my life. Then Emirates Towers, I think they were the tallest buildings along Sheikh Zayed Road. That was in 2007, January 2007.
Was Burj Khalifa completed already?
Yes.
Burj Khalifa has not even been drawn. Foundation has not even been heard of.
Really?
Burj Khalifa came up in 2008.
Okay, all right.
Wow.
That's
Yes, Burj Khalifa, I mean, the dream of it has not even come up.
Wow.
In January, it was not up. It was only the next year that the dream of building Burj Khalifa came up.
okay.
Yeah, so Emirates Towers were the tallest building on Sheikh Zayed
Zayed,
Road.
yeah.
So, I'm like, wow, I entered very nice place.
Of which you could not even answer any interview question.
Yeah.
I didn't answer any interview question. The best question I answered was, tell me about yourself.
Yourself.
Oh, I went to university, I have a degree.
Aye.
After that, tell us about this one.
Nothing.
No. So I kept applying now. I said, well, you know what? Business is not my area. Go to your teaching.
Yeah.
Yes. So, but, you know, orientation too, I didn't know I could also dive into the oil and gas sector.
Yeah.
And if I had that orientation, maybe I could have rearranged my CV in a way because
yeah.
I studied a lot about oil exploration, exploitation, and refining. So I didn't even do anything with that aspect of knowledge which I acquired. So my brain was just like, Zip, go to your teaching.
Yeah.
Yes. So I applied. After I returned, after I returned again, in March, I was able now to secure a job with a school in Alain. But before then, we have moved from our bed space to a different one. When I returned from Kish, we moved. So at that time, since we were too many, no landlord was ready. So we even contributed money to buy bunk beds and mattresses. So I gave my own money. They say, no, we are enough. We cannot go. So I have to join some 419 guys. We went to big mosque next to Dubai Hospital. We rented, in a villa there, we rented one room. I was there with 3 419 guys. So when I got my job in that February, I was just like, that was March. I was just like, oh my God.
You need to leave.
I need to leave these guys. I need to leave these guys. I need to leave them. So when I was leaving them, they told me, when you arrive, give your principal and your boss number to us.
Oh, they're talking to a kid or what?
I told them, yes, I will give you. don't
Some
worry."
of them have
So
short
that
mess
they
on
can
reason.
get jobs and sell to other Africans who are coming.
So I said, yes, I will do. Thank you. I
And
will
you just
do.
left and
When I left them, I didn't know how to block numbers. I don't know whether number blocking was possible at that time.
it was not.
So I just left. The only thing is, when they were calling me and asking, I said, I'm not sending him yet. Even though we're there with them, the number is right there with me. So
And they gave up.
they gave up. So
Definitely.
in that school, I got the job in. I taught there, so I went now for my second visa change from that school. They didn't do my visa. That was now term 3. I went for visa change in April. They put the visit visa for me. The visa was, I think, 270 dirham. It was not up to 300 dirham, but they charged me 700 dirham from my salary. So I paid them cash. But they said they were going to do it out. But when the visa came, I said it was from the school. And then they said they would not do visa for me. I asked why. They said, no, every teacher here, we don't do visa for teachers. One good Samaritan there, Mr. Farouk from India, I don't know where he is, Pa Farouk. Thank you. He pushed me and said, Albert, this place is not for you. I was teaching 40 periods, I was teaching 36 periods out of the 40 periods a week. So it was
A lot.
draining. It was draining. So he pushed me. I went and applied to another school. That one was more structured. I got the employment, and the PRO of that school also told me, I'll not call his name. He told me, Albert, now taking you into our school. The salary too was increased by 500 dirham. So now we're taking you into our, no, by 700 dirhams. We're taking you into our school. So what is happening? Why do you want to leave there? I said, they want me to pay for my visa so I can, and then the salary too is small, 2,500 dirham.
Wow.
It's small.
For how many hours work? For
36
hours
teaching
per
hours.
week. Yes.
Wow.
36 teaching period, not even hours, teaching periods.
Wow, that's a lot.
That's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot for a teacher.
Yeah.
That is different from lesson preparation, marking, and stuff like that. So I left. This guy told me, you know what? Have they started processing? I said, yes, they've started processing. He said, give me your passport. So I gave him a copy of my passport. He went and checked. He said, yes, they have actually started processing your documents. So they were requesting me to pay them 4,000 dirham
out
for
of
my visa.
2,500 salary.
That's a lot.
So I was like, okay. So when I got that job with the help of this, my Indian colleague, he was the accountant of the school. When I got that job, I just play with them. He told me, just wait, you'll go on your vacation. The good thing now is go and be with your family, no need to stay here. So I went back to Cameroon after 6 months.
Wow.
So my third visa change, I went back to Cameroon.
Yeah, okay.
And then my first employment visa met me in Cameroon.
Okay.
So when I arrived Cameroon, because people were not expecting, I had to lie. Because I didn't go with anything, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And then I was foolish too. I had a Kenyan Airlines ticket. Return. Instead of me rebooking that one, my cousin in Saudi gave me the 4,000 to pay for that visa. I told him, brother, I'm taking this money to Cameroon. So I used that one to pay my flight to Cameroon
Instead of
rebooking. So I lost that one. Foolishness number 2. Before I canceled, RAG government gave me a residence visa.
Okay.
So as they said, okay, now, Mr. Albert, you'll be our substitute teacher in this school, but you need to bring, we don't want to work with people with visa from another place. We want to give you our own visa.
Yeah.
So that's how they say, go and cancel, we'll do. So Israel comes up. Israel worked hard to make sure I have the Rasakama government visa. And I worked with that one
for how long?
For 2 years.
Okay.